I remember one day I accepted this order that seemed easy until I realized I was stuck in traffic for 25 minutes, no tip. Since then, I made a list. Here are 5 red flags I never ignore anymore, and you shouldn't either. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, AD, back at it with another one. Welcome back to the channel, Miles and Money, where we talk about everything miles and money. Hit the like and subscribe button below, because I already know you're going to like this. Let's get into it. The first red flag on my list is long distance, no tip. One time, I went to pick up a catering order. This catering order was $15, 7 miles. So already, that's good parameters to take this order. So I took it. And when I went to pick up this order was individually marked with all the customers' names that I had to drop off. I put this order in my red bag and proceeded to drop this order off. I get to the drop-off location. I found some carts. I put the order in the carts. I took the order upstairs, dropped it off, smooth, perfect. Now, normally, when I drop off at this location, I get a tip. But this day in particular, something was off. Because I knew by that $15 amount, it was pretty low for a catering order. So I go downstairs, I confirm that this order was dropped off, and I seen that the order was $15 at start and $15 at drop off. So this was an order that I thought was going to be a hidden tip. It wasn't. And it still was a decent job. 15 for 7 miles. Can't complain, but I wouldn't do that order again. Now that I know, hidden tips aren't always a thing. Another red flag is apartment complexes with no instructions. Now, this one is one of my pet peeves, because when you go to drop off these orders, you would hope that all of them will have the directions and instructions in these orders. But a lot of times they don't, especially with the apartments. So one order in particular, I contacted the customer before I got to the drop off just to make sure that I can get the gate code. Customer didn't respond. So I get to the apartment complex, I call the customer, no response. So obviously I had to wait for somebody else to come, open the gate for me to get through. And that order took me about 15 minutes to complete. Now, here's a tip. What I do is, when I drop off at these locations, when I contact the customers and they respond to me with the gate code, I save the gate code. Not for the weirdos. And I keep it in my notepad. So next time, when I go to these locations, I have the gate code and I don't have to ask anymore. I'm in and out. That way, it saves me time and it saves the customer from answering. So now my third red flag is orders from certain restaurants. Now, how many of y'all have restaurants that you guys can't stand? Every time you go there, it takes forever for you guys to get the order. Put a comment in the comment section. How many of you guys are in these markets where you have the McDonald's, the Wingstop? I know there's plenty. You can leave a comment. Let me know which restaurant is that in your area that takes forever. When I see those orders, it's just a red flag for me. The only time I take orders from those restaurants is when it's either slow and I see there's not a lot of traffic at these restaurants, or when it's a promotion on these apps where I know it's going to be a lot of business coming through there, where people who normally don't order from those restaurants tend to order and you receive bigger tips. Those are the only times I pick up from those places. Our job out here is to make as much money as we can. We can't do that sitting around at these restaurants. We don't work for any of them. We work for ourselves. So we got to go out there, get this money. My fourth red flag is stacking orders going in the opposite direction. Now, in that title alone, you should know that is a red flag. Don't take orders going in the opposite direction, but I had to learn the hard way when first starting out. There was an order in particular that I took on the DoorDash app that was paying well, and then another app that came up around the same time on the Uber Eats app that was paying well also. And then there was another order on Grubhub too that was paying well. So at that time, I was green. I just took all the orders and I figured they weren't too far. Let me just go drop them off one at a time. Well,
one eternity later.
Those orders took me an hour to drop off. And let's say these customers were upset. So now I don't do that. Now I understand the process and I only take stack orders that are going in the same direction. Meaning, if I have an order on DoorDash and I get that order first, I'll wait at the restaurant for a few minutes to see if they'll stack that order on the DoorDash app going in the same direction, or if I get a Uber Eats job that is going in the same direction. If not, any orders that come in after I get that DoorDash order, I don't accept. I drop that order off first, and then I go do my other runs. That way, you don't get caught up in the mishap. It make things more easier for you, and you can work more efficient. If you're getting value from this video, like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to support the channel further, click the links down below. Buy me a beer. And my fifth red flag is orders that drop you in a dead zone. Now, that's a pet peeve for me too. Dropping off in dead zones where you have to come back with idle mileage. A way that this can help you is when you're at a restaurant picking up an order that you know is going to take you out of your zone, wait 5 minutes, 7 minutes before you pick up the order to see if DoorDash or Uber Eats sends you another order going in that direction. That way, you save yourself that dead time doing 2 orders. Or if you're multi-apping, which is probably easier, wait again, maybe 5 minutes and see if the orders on the other apps are going in the same direction. That way, again, you're taking 2 orders and not 1 and not wasting gas with idle time. So now when you drop off in a dead zone, it's not like you're losing or wasting money when you're coming back. It just helps you out that way a little better. The more you DoorDash, the more you start seeing the patterns. These 5 are non-negotiable. Let me know in the comments if you have your own list. Let's help each other out. Smash that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.